Hey guys, so I am in Hawaii. Me and my husband landed very recently and I'm currently on Maui, the island specifically. And I thought since there's a Goodwill here, why not stop in and see if there's anything I can find to resell. I did bring a carry-on size suitcase and a checked bag suitcase that are empty. So I have that much space to fill up if we do find anything to resell. My husband is here with me. We are here celebrating our 5-year anniversary. So I thought I would take you guys and we can go in together and see if we can find anything to resell. Should we grab a little thingy? Oh, they're like little rollies.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, it is. That's a cute little Tommy Hilfiger bag. All right, guys, I am going to be doing some voiceovers for this video because I don't want to get copyrighted for music. But I found this really cute purse, which was fun and would be fun to wear in Hawaii. But I did already have this cute black Hawaiian purse that actually came in handy. And I got that black bag at the Goodwill outlet. And I'm so glad that I did because I used it all trip. And it was definitely way cheaper than whatever Goodwill is charging for that wicker bag. As you can see, after I looked at some of the purses, I went to the skirt section and I spotted this really pretty beachy cream and blue striped skirt that's from Roxy. It was very beachy and I thought this would be a fun style-based piece, but I do believe the price was high and I think that there was also a yellow spot, so I did leave that. In the skirt section, I spotted this corset from the brand White House Black Market, which I probably would have picked up this corset had it not had that stain on the front because corsets can sell really well. And although White House Black Market isn't a good brand to resell on its own, certain style-based things can be worth it. How much was it? A woman's skirts, each one's $7.99. That's kind of steep. Look at the Moana costume. Some dance goes, but they're pretty worn. It's a cute pattern though. But yeah, they tend to get worn right here because I think this is faux leather they put there. Yeah. But it looks like they have a deal going on here. 3 shoes for $12.99, you said? $9.99. That's really good. This is kind of an interesting brand that I've sold before. It's called SAS Tripod Comfort. They look a little worn out though, but here we go, right here. Got a pair of Keens. A little dirty. Although that doesn't necessarily always matter.
This brand.
Terran Rose. It looks like an interesting brand, but they look a little dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty, but I'm just curious what the brand is.
Yeah, I don't recognize the brand. Ooh, this is Bach, which doesn't go for a ton, but if we can get it in the 3 for $9.99 deal, these are a size 10. I'm actually wearing a pair of Bach shoes right now. They're really comfortable. These are in pretty good condition, actually. Let's put them in the cart. And we'll get them if we can find 2 other pairs of shoes to get the deal. Oh, here we go. These are Chacos, but they're very dirty. Wait a minute. These are Ralph Lauren. They're a little dirty, too dirty. No. Let's move on to, let's go to the dresses. The dresses are marked at $10.99. So that's kind of steep. Well, this is Hot Topic. This is like a black size 0 though. That's not good. Also for $10.99. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That is Lapoji. Look at that. That's pretty. That'd be fun to wear in Greece. Oh, right here. This is Fresh Produce. This is a size 1X. But for $10.99, that's the only problem. Like $10.99 is so expensive. I think this would only sell too for like $20. I think I sold my other Fresh Produce dress for like $23. So Nicholas found this. This is really cool. Like every button's unique. It's Barbara Davis, Honolulu. And then on the bottom detail here, is that a spot? Nope, that's just the detail. It's a really cool denim dress. A little airplane detail. Is that a pin? No, that's permanent. That's so cute. Oh, what is that on the bottom though? Must be like it's a bleach stain. So yeah, I'll have to leave that. But good find though. Okay, I spotted this, not to resell, but this thing is gorgeous. It is a pastel purple with this pretty embroidered detail in the front, like eyelet details, maxi length. I have to get this for myself. This is so cute. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. That is so cute. Very fun for like spring. I'm gonna get it, I think. This brand is very expensive, but the shirt I have, the sell-through rate's really bad. But this is a really pretty like black minimalist dress. Needs a little bit of sweater shaving. I think I'm gonna leave it, unfortunately. This is interesting. This is Gap. And it's 2XL. And it's very, 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 very cottagecore. It's like maxi length. Lovey, help me look for stains. Because if there's no stains, I'm gonna get this. It's very like cottagecore. I think I could sell it for $40, honestly. Let's go over to men's clothing real quick. And then we can go to the grocery store. Oh, I wonder if there's any expensive belts.
It's too bad we didn't get married like 3 years prior, because we got like a huge thing of like...
Yeah, this looks nice. This is Londes? Does anything that says Londes?
Made in Camden. This looks like genuine leather too.
Yeah, well, it feels really nice. Be worth just selling because it is genuine leather. It's very nice, cute too. Very like boho western. You have to ask how much their belts are. Chubbies. 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 Yes. Chubbies is great. How much are there?
Very chubby.
$7.99 though. Oh, look, and there's some yellowing on the
The whole
lane.
thing's got yellow in it.
No, like the straps. Do you see that? I found one Chubbies. I bet I can find another or a other good brand. That is Vineyard Vines. Take a look at that.
What is it?
It's Vineyard Vines. $7.99 though. So cringe. That's such a high price. But I think those would sell well because they're a really fun price. I mean, they're a really fun print. So I think I'm gonna get them. I found these Joseph Ribkoff shorts, which I looked up and I think is a good brand to resell, but I found a spot down here, very, very small, but I don't want to deal with any spots, so that's a no. I would just love to find Lily Pulitzer. While going through the women's shirt section, I found this Athleta long sleeve lightweight shirt, but it was $7.99 and it did look like an older style. My husband put my attention away when he said the word Peruvian. He was reading the first word on this label, on this sweater, and it turned out to be Peruvian Connection. He was pretty happy with himself when I said it was a good brand. This is a light blue sweater. It did have a stain, but I was pretty sure I could get it off. It's 100% Pima cotton. Kind of funny to find a Peruvian Connection sweater in Hawaii, but really happy that we found this. And yeah, my husband is proud of himself, to say the least. Hey guys, it's a new day, and that means a new thrift store and a new thrift trip. We are at the Salvation Army here in Maui. I've never been to a Salvation Army before. They don't have Salvation Armies where I'm from in Utah. Me and my husband are going in today, this nice Friday morning, before we do anything else, because we did bring those extra suitcases, like I said, to fill up with thrift finds. So I'm gonna take you guys in with me and hopefully we can find some great stuff to resell. The selection here at the Salvation Army was definitely smaller, but right away I noticed the prices were so much better. And so I was excited about that because the prices at Goodwill were not that good. I started off in the dress section, and the dress section was small but mighty. I did find a few great pieces here that I can't wait to show you guys. Okay, first good find, size extra small, but it's Ace and Jig, mini length. I think it's in good condition. Really good find. This is Catherine's. This is a Catherine's size. Oh, it's sleepwear. I don't know how well sleepwear does, but look it up. Catherine's nightgown. This is like Y2K Old Navy, but it's a shorter length and the colors are pretty bright, which I don't. Oh, this is Boston proper. I haven't done extremely well with their dresses, but this is only $5. It does have a cutout though, which is not really in style, and I'm gonna leave it behind, I think. This is Vince, but it's a size 0. I think it's silk though, but it's also shorter length, and it looks like kind of discolored a little bit. 100% silk, yeah. Sparrow though, that is Anthropology. That's really pretty. It's like a Lego lace cutout thingy. It's a little bit of pilling. Oh, is that a hole? There's a hole. No. Okay, we're leaving that. Oh, this is pretty. Is this like vintage? Or is this like sheen? I'm thinking sheen, but it's very like pretty. Like this like sparkle. Very fairy core. I wonder even if it is sheen, if I could sell it, because it's very like fairy core. Very sparkly and pretty. It's not made very well though, so I think I'm gonna leave that one. So these didn't have too good of a sell-through rate, but it looks like they're $8, and they're brand new. So on this side of the store, the music was blasting at both stores, at Goodwill and Salvation Army, near the front. The music was blasting. Here was a pair of Liz Claiborne like golf print shorts, which I thought were fun, but definitely not something to resell. I'd already looked in the skirts over in this area, and I did find a few skirts that I will be showing you guys in the haul, but I don't believe I found any pairs of shorts, or any pair of shorts, excuse me. All right, I'm ready to go. I think we got a good haul. Yeah, I'm ready to go do more Hawaii stuff. Hi guys, I am back from Hawaii now, and I do have to say before I jump into any of this haul stuff that I've been having troubles with my video camera. It is a Sony video camera my husband got me for Christmas last year, and it was a pretty expensive camera, but I'm having trouble with it focusing in and out. If you watch my videos frequently here on YouTube, you might have noticed that my videos kind of have a problem with focusing in and out, which is very annoying. I've tried messing with the settings, I've tried Googling it, and so hopefully my video doesn't do that, but if you do notice it, I apologize. I'm really working on getting the best video quality for you guys and for myself, because I do want my videos to be high quality, but it is so much easier to record on a video camera and be able to look at myself rather than use my phone, because my front-facing camera isn't that nice, and then the back-facing camera, I have to, you know, double-check a few times that I'm in the frame and stuff, so that's my rant. And I did have to say that while I was in Hawaii, my credit card information got skimmed. I didn't even know that this was a thing, but apparently there's like a machine that someone can attach to a card reader and steal your credit card information, and that happened to me. My husband mostly used his card while we were in Hawaii, but I happened to use my card 7 times, so there's a possibility that at one of those 7 locations, my credit card information was stolen. My husband noticed, I think it was a few days after we arrived back home from Hawaii, that there were 3 different names on PayPal of people trying to use my credit card information to send themselves the amount of $3,000 in 7 different transactions, which is just crazy. We have marked those as fraudulent charges now, but the bank is just eating that money, and whoever skimmed my credit card and stole that money from me gets to keep that money. So me and my husband have done like some investigating to try to figure out who possibly stole my credit card information, because that's just so scummy, and is actually pretty annoying for me too, because I have my credit card information on everything. It is on all of my subscriptions, including my Prime Lister and Vendu subscriptions and eBay store subscription, which I all use for my reselling business. So that is very difficult, and I'm gonna have to go through and change all of that. I've already kind of started the process, but it just bugs me that there are people in the world that do stuff like that. Interestingly enough, I used my credit card only 7 times while we were there, because my husband mostly used his credit card in Hawaii. And the first place that I used my credit card while on Maui, Hawaii, was at a Goodwill. So there's a 1 in 7 chance that someone at Goodwill stole my credit card information. I don't think it was Goodwill, because there were a few other smaller businesses that could have taken my information, and there was one gas station specifically which was kind of sketch, and the Dr. Pepper that I bought there tasted like a diet cream soda, which doesn't even mean anything, right? But me and my husband have kind of been like doing some investigating to figure out who stole my money, and it's just really awful that there are people out there that would steal your money like that, right? It's funny because people say reselling is a scam, but no, scamming is a scam, right? Stealing someone's credit card information is just, that's a scam, and that's just so wrong, and it just bugs me that there are people like that. But nonetheless, we're getting our money back, and it's just unfortunate that the bank has to eat that money because the bank also employs people. But I do have 2 small bags, and we're gonna start off with Goodwill, where the prices were absolutely insane. The men's shirts and the women's shirts were $7.99 per shirt, which is like $8. $7.99 makes it sound better, but in hindsight, it is actually $8, which is just very high for any shirt in general. And then if a men's shirt had an aloha print or like Hawaiian print, it was $14.99 no matter what brand, which is basically the price of a brand new Hawaiian print shirt from Walmart. So I just feel like that's also a pretty bad business practice and a way to take advantage of your customers, because people are going to thrift stores in Hawaii, and if they're looking for a Hawaiian printed shirt, specifically a man, and he goes in, he's looking for a deal, right? He doesn't want to pay $15 for a used shirt. But let's start off with this Goodwill bag, getting away the negative stuff. I just did want to bring that stuff up. And because I am having that focusing in and out problem, I think that I am focused. Let me see if I go back very slowly. I think that I am focused, but I'm not going to show you guys the tags. This is Vineyard Vines though, and it's a men's swim trunks. And I should have looked up comps, but I didn't because I was trying to save my data Wi-Fi network while in Hawaii. But these are in pretty good condition, and I never find the brand Vineyard Vines. I was keeping an eye out so much for Lily Pulitzer. Unfortunately, I did not find Lily Pulitzer, but how fun are these men's swim trunks? They were $8.99. So kind of steep, but like not too bad, honestly. And then I found a Peruvian Connection sweater, which is kind of interesting that I found an expensive sweater in Hawaii, because how often do you wear a sweater in Hawaii? Even when it rains in Hawaii, it's like warm rain and it doesn't last all day. But my husband said the word Peruvian, and I was like, wait, like, did you say Peruvian Connection? He just said Peruvian, and so I checked and it was Peruvian Connection. This looks like a maybe older tag, but it is like a blue sweater. I think there was like a spot somewhere or something, but really nice, 100% Pima cotton, Peruvian Connection sweater, and then this was, I believe, $7.99. I'm gonna move I have my measuring tape here underneath the pile, and I don't want it to get stuck under there in case I take any pictures for listings tonight. Now this was a style-based pickup. I also got a really pretty vintage Cherokee dress for myself that was $10.99. That's not in this haul because I actually did wear it the same night there in Hawaii. I did pay $10.99 for this. This is just from the Gap, but it is a maxi length button up, or actually, yeah, fully button up, eyelet detail, cottagecore, larger size dress. So this just had so many good factors, and I think I am going to list it for $35 to $40 because this is just a really nice style piece. And I did sell a very similar looking soft surroundings dress for $40 recently, which I think soft surroundings retails more than the Gap, but I do think that I can get a really good profit for that. I guess I didn't get that many things now that I'm looking in the bag. I got this belt from the brand Landes. It's Landes. Honestly, I can't tell. But it is this genuine leather belt, and then it has this like pretty braided detail. So $15 to $25 for this. Genuine leather vintage belts, I feel like always are pretty bread and butter pickups. And then last thing I picked up was this Figs top, and this was $7.99, but it was new with tags. Unfortunately, it is a size extra small. It's the technical collection. There was a Figs long sleeve, kind of like lightweight shirt that was right next to this one that was also new with tags, which looked like maybe a shirt you wear underneath scrubs, but I didn't feel like, actually, I looked up comps specifically for the long sleeve Figs new with tags shirt, and I think one had sold for like $12. But the comps for new with tags, Figs, women's scrub tops were pretty good, and the sell-through rate was pretty good. So I did decide to get that. Moving on now to the second thrift store. Like I said, I didn't get a ton of stuff, but the stuff I did get were quality and brands that I don't often come across or have never come across. So this stuck out to me, obviously, because of the colorway. I mean, that is just bright, right in your face. The brand is Beach Riot. I don't even know if it'll focus because this is having focusing issues, but the font was very unique, and whenever I see a tag I don't recognize, I always look it up. This is technically new with tags. it has the button tag. And if it has the button tag and it looks and feels new, then I just mark it as new with tags. So yeah, these retail for over $100. I saw it selling on Nordstrom for like $128 or something for just a button-up, a lightweight striped Beach Riot shirt. And I think I saw these selling for like $28 to $35. And the prices for these were a lot better. I can't remember now, but I think it was like $5 or less. Oh, this one fell down. This one is from Title IX, size extra small. I thought that this might be Lily Pulitzer. It wasn't, but it's still a really fun blue, stretchy mini skirt. Kind of wish it was a skirt because I feel like it would do better if it was a skirt. You probably saw a lot of these things while we were thrifting, but I wanted to make sure that I got to show you guys everything in the end of this video. And I'm going to be spiffy about it because this isn't, I'm not trying to make like a haul video. This was supposed to be mainly a thrift with me video. So this is from the brand Aria, designed in Australia. And I looked up this brand, couldn't find much about it, but I got this for style-based reasons. It is tiered, it has an elastic waist, it has tassels throughout it, and it is cheetah print, so very boho premium. And I think I can sell that for around $25 to $30, no problem, and quickly, especially because we're in the right season for that. And then this is CNC California, 100% linen, kind of see-through white and gray striped pants. And this was new with tags. Looks like it was marked at $4.99, which unfortunately they wrote in Sharpie. So I'm gonna actually take a Sharpie and just like write on the tag. Oh, can you still see it? Oh no, you can like still see the $4.99. Maybe if I rub it a little more, because I want to keep the tag on because I want to sell it new with tags. That was one of the main reasons that I got it. Okay, well, while that dries, I'll make sure not to get it on the garment. But looks like at TJ Maxx this was selling for $19.99. I'm probably going to list mine for around $25. And that'll be great. Oh no. Okay, we're good. I was like, the Sharpie's still drying. I don't want to get it on the nice new linen pants. And then I got this very fun large cup size bra. It's kind of more like a lingerie piece. And there were a few other bras from this brand in the exact same size, but they all had more wear. I'm assuming this one didn't have as much wear because it looks more like a, you know, lingerie special occasion piece. This is just from the brand Cacique. It is a size 46 triple D. So I think I can sell that for around $15 to $22. And then this is a style-based pickup. This is from the brand Old Navy. It's a size 2XL, and it is red, tiered, maxi length with a pink bottom and pockets. So style-based piece, very boho festival, very fun for summer, very, oh shoot, is that a spot? Yeah, there's a little spot right there. I'm gonna have to get that out. But it's very summer coated. Is that how you say it? Yeah, very summer coated. Then we have a fresh produce skirt. This is a size extra large. It is stretchy and actually it's a skirt. So a black fresh produce skirt. And I loved this. This was completely style based, but this was from the brand White Stag. And it's giving Western vibes with the stitching on top. It has stitching along the neckline and then right here. And it is like a midi length, kind of like a faux suede, but with the deep kind of burgundy color. I wanted to get that. Then I got this dress, which is from the brand Ace and Jig. And just by the tag, I don't even know if it'll focus because of my settings, but because of the tag, I did look it up, and I think I remembered hearing that name somewhere. But these dresses retail for like over $300. Very fun, kind of like, kind of reminds me of like Magnolia Pearl kind of vibes. Kind of gives boutique-y vibes too. And then I got this for my daughter, my baby girl. I would have got it for my older daughter too, but they didn't have a matching one. But how cute is this little romper? I think it was $15. So pretty expensive, but I mean, compared to the other souvenir shops, that was a really good price. And then last thing in this haul, which I know I did talk about in the Thrift With Me, were these black Nikes. We looked up the exact style and the sell-through rate wasn't bad. And these are new with tags. They are a size, it says 15 on the bottom, but I think they were like a size 13. Let's see. They are a size, yeah, they're a US size 13 men's cleats, and Ross wanted $14.99 for them. I think I'm gonna list these for around $35 to $45. I gotta check comps again, but we paid $8, and they're new. So I checked comps on those, and they were pretty good. Nike cleats that are new can do really well, but at Ross, they're usually taken because people that are hardcore retail arbitrage snatch those up right when they come out. Anyway, that is it for this haul and thrift with me video. I won't ramble on anymore, but I appreciate you watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!